Support the Ramen Raider on Patreon. Thanks to all our patrons.
Alright, hey, this is Hans, and it's time for another episode of Instant Noodle Recipe Time. This is the show where I show you what to do with your instant noodles. Today I've got one that came by way of Daniel over at exoticnudes.com. If you go to Exotic Nudes, that's N-O-O-D-S, not naked ladies or dudes or whatever, you can get a combo box of different varieties from around the world, and it's not just country-centric, but it's international. And every once in a while, he'll send me some of the stuff that's going to be in the boxes, and it's generally stuff that I haven't reviewed, and he did that, and he sent me this. This is a Nanjikun with their Peking spicy instant noodles. Nanjikun. This is a score, man. I am like really thankful. Thank you so much for this. Why? What is Nanjikun? Nanjikun is a little village. Well, I shouldn't say that it's little, because from the looks of the images that I've seen of it, it's not extremely small, but it's called Nanjikun. I believe kun means village. And, yeah, so it's like the last truly communist city in China. And you might be like, but the whole place is the whole place is communist. It's like, well, maybe a name, but it says 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going to do 3. This one's steeped. So if you live there, you would work in one of the industries that they have there. One of them, obviously, is making instant noodles. And you hang out and you do that. And then you get home and it's like, man, I'm hungry. I need to get some groceries. So you take your card and you go to the grocery store and go, see, I live here. And they're like, okay, let loose. And you go and pick out the stuff you want. So, yeah, it's a community thing. So what you want to eat is what they make, or what you get to eat is what they make and what they produce. They've got agriculture, they've got manufacturing, and sometimes their stuff makes it to the United States. If you were living there, you would have a card that would have that little logo on it. That little, yeah. But yeah, and they're like, in their square or town center, big huge paintings of like Marx and Lenin, like communist leaders. It's a trip. Their website is nanjikun.cn, but it hasn't been updated in a while. It's in Flash, but I was looking at it yesterday. There's a Chrome browser plugin you can use to look at deprecated Flash, and it's pretty cool. I gotta say, the last time I had something from this was from Canada, and it was a long time ago, and I didn't like it at all. So I would say so far they're 0 for 1, so hopefully this one's not bad. But my main interest in this is cultural, because it's interesting. I'd really like also to get varieties from North Korea. And people are like, what? Oh, you shouldn't want that. And it's like, why? I'm really into that. I think it's funny. I've been thinking about my mom a lot lately. She was an avid, she was a philatelist. She was a stamp collector. And I was the one who actually started the hobby. My dad worked at the post office. He was a clerk. And I started, I had a wheat germ jar, and I would put stamps in the wheat germ jar. Then my mom was like, well, we should get a stamp book, and we could put the stamps in the book. And so we got the stamps in the book, and I think I just kind of got burnt out of the whole idea. And what happened? She took it over, but she stamps from all over the world. That was like my basic inheritance from her, was her stamp collection, which is still up at the house. But there's some neat stuff in there. This appears to be, we'll see. But yeah, this is made in that village. I'm like thrilled. Thanks again to Dan over at exoticnudes.com for sending this. Here's what we got. Oof. Tightened that too much. It looks and smells like an instant noodle variety. I know there are some people who absolutely refuse to eat foods made in China. I've heard that over here, which is kind of weird, but they make a lot of good food. Cheers. Very light. I like that noodle. Very light, decent bounciness. But as for the broth, it does have a little heat to it. I would call that a spicy noodle. Kind of leaning on maybe a beefish kind of. Beef or pork. I don't know. I want another bite of these noodles because they're really interesting. Very interesting tooth on those. I'm going to use a very interesting bowl on this. This is a bowl I generally wouldn't use. I got it a long time ago as a gift. And it's a weird bowl. Obviously the shape is kind of odd. But I found, I've got a keyboard mat, kind of like an enormous mouse pad, but it's chroma green colored. So I can put this on that and it'll work out really nicely. And that fits good. So we got that. We're gonna go with some egg. I made some egg. I've got some other things up my sleeve too. I want to do that. I want to do that first. Which one's smaller? This doesn't matter. Look what we made this weekend. Look what I've been complaining about not having, and now I got. I've been dying to use this. We made chashu, folks. Here we go. Been too long. Far too long since I pulled out the torch for the chashu. Do I want to put an egg with that? I do, but I don't. I'm not gonna. Mainly because I just made these eggs. I'm gonna use egg in the next one, but I don't have any more eggs, and I'm pretty sure I will get the opportunity to go get more today, but I don't wanna screw up. So here's some scallion, some crushed red pepper, and I'm gonna add a little sesame seed and call it good on this one. I'm stoked. I've got a box full of Japanese varieties coming today from Japan, so that's a plus. Really gonna showcase that chashu. So yeah, square bowl, but it'll work out. I'm still getting used to this new Rotato, but yeah, cool. All right, well, yeah, I tightened that too much. The next one you're gonna see is an otogi variety. Got this at 99 Ranch, Saturday? This is Otogi's snack shop. Noodle dokboki. It's a big pack, and it gives you directions to make the 2 servings of it. I'd like to only do 1, but I don't know if I would be so successful in making it in half, so I'm just gonna do the full deal. But dokboki tomorrow on Instant Noodle Recipe Time, the show where I show you how to eat things and stuff. Go to www.theramenraider.com. Check out the content on there. Like, subscribe, helps everybody out. Have a good one. Bye-bye.